I gave a short overview of your background. Tell people a little bit more. Why should they care about listening to you and hearing what you have to say about the world? You were a commander in the Israeli Defense Forces, IDF. And that will be an interesting discussion about kind of like why so many really good founders have come from that. But that's one. Then you went into music, something very different. And then you ended up becoming a founder, got into YC early on, and then made the move from being a founder to an investor. And that's essentially what your career has been since then. So what pieces did I miss there? What's missing in that?
That's the gist of it, except that the music came first. Started playing music as a kid. And then, had to do the 3 years army service. And after that, got a scholarship to go study music at Berklee College of Music and moved to the US in year 2000. When I graduated from Berklee, I moved to Los Angeles to pursue a career as a musician, which is what I did for 5 years, wrote music for TV, film, a few bands and albums. And really it was through that experience that I learned how nearly impossible it is to market music effectively as an independent band or a record label. We had a band, my best friend and I. It was a pretty big band. It was a 10-piece funk, jazz, hip-hop group called the Capitalist Hippie Complex. Produced an album, had a good product, played gigs, did some festivals and whatnot. But really, 2 years into it, we sort of failed in achieving, building a momentum and the following and whatnot. And it was actually in 2008 that we were stuck in traffic going from LA to San Diego on 405. And I started having a conversation about why is this not working? And why all these tools that we've been using and spend a lot of money on trying to market our music are not providing real meaningful value or ROI for us. And quickly realized that the best way to market music is the radio. People discovered music by hearing the music, right? And at the time, Pandora was blowing up in the US. And we thought, well, that's cool because in the past, you could only fit, 10 songs per hour in terrestrial radio. Now you can fit, infinite number of songs and for the taste of every listener. And then we thought about another business, which is Google AdWords, that basically allows small businesses to market themselves, no matter if you have $5 budget per week or $500,000, right? And then we sort of well, what happens if we actually put the two together? So allow bands and record labels to bid for airtime and be played to qualified audience. So if I am, I have a hip hop group and we're going on tour, and I want to promote the tour in Seattle first and then in San Francisco, wherever, I can buy airtime in those areas in the weeks coming before the show. And instead of using the music to sell ads and commercials, which is the business model of most platforms, we will use it to help the artists monetize the audience. So concert tickets, merchandise, all those things. So by the time we got to San Diego on that trip, we were like, oh my God, this is genius. We solved the problem. We talked about it the whole weekend. In fact, we kept on talking about it for 2 years. I had no intention whatsoever to actually start a startup. I knew absolutely nothing about startups. I was, again, just a professional musician.